Kingmaker. It's your buddy Isaac. How you doing today? So we're going to be playing some more of the Wizard campaign. Let's fight. We need XP. Experience points is very helpful, especially when you're a wizard. Low levels suck. Okay, let's see our formation here. Yeah, no. Spellboy and back.
Enemy approaching.
Cast mage armor on myself. I'll cast Force Bolt over here. Haha. Wonder why their damage was reduced.
All according to plan.
Doesn't matter now. Haha. Silly mites. You can't beat us. Our halfling bard, Lindsley.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
You'll get your sleep here in a minute. Tell you guys what, though, I had the devil of a time trying to find my keys earlier today. Still haven't found the darn things.
All according to plan.
A
Interesting.
burned down house. Let's see what we have here.
It's just not my lucky day.
So it is you who is in my nightmares. Who are you? How did you die? You see a vision of a lovely spring day. Sunbeams shine warm against your cheeks. 3 men approach the house by the bridge, one of them wearing an antlered helm. The Stag Lord. Angry faces, a quarrel, the glint of an unsheathed sword. Suddenly, the Stag Lord's greedy eyes are twisted by surprise. The master of the house has unleashed his hounds. A burning smell stirs. You awake to the sound of loud barking. Flames are crawling up the walls, the sound of breaking glass. The bitter, cold night air as you are outside the house, and something is wrong. An arrow strikes deep in your shoulder. The antler, the hero of the guffaw of 10 throats you run. Already in the middle of the bridge, the man in the antlered hand cuts the rope's ear-splitting screams fill the air. You see a vision of the man wearing the antlered helm. You hear a muffled groan, and the helm drops to the ground with a loud thud. Your hands are covered with hot blood. Too much blood. Yep. Very well, I shall meet your vengeance upon this Stag Lord. So let's camp here so I can get rid of our fatigue.
Who's so sullen there? Like a troll after starving for 3 days. It's grumpy old Harem.
Alas, Lindsay, someone in this party of dreamers and make-believers must be mindful of the eternal.
And I can't cook worth crap.
In due time.
There we go. Let's travel over here.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Didn't we just camp? How hard is it to cook a basic food meal? Jeesh. I know it can't be that hard.
All according to plan.
Easy now, I'm not here to line blanket. Armed with corpses, lower your weapon and let's talk. I won't kill anyone who leaves the Stag Lord's service, or is willing to help me find him. So think about it. Is he really a leader you're ready to die for? Is it so hard to believe I simply might not want unnecessary bloodshed? Oh. Glad I could help.
That is not far.
Take the wine? In the cleric version, we poisoned it.
Interesting.
I see something. Anything else? Applause,
As it
please.
should be.
This requires your attention.
Oh, a ring of +1 protection. Something that's actually very useful to our magey mage. For wizards, like, their only real boost is through magic items. Let's go ahead and go down through here. Into the gnarl marches.
Would be nice, don't you think?
We'll camp real quick, because I don't want to go into a fight with the slavers with half my party with exhaustion. Because exhaustion in D&D and Pathfinder is pretty much you're useless for the entire encounter until you get a long rest.
All according to plan.
The blue magical mist.
I know what to do.
Won't you survive? I always survive.
You go down way too often, Amiri.
What you want?
Drink some potions.
To victory!
Anything else? Out of our story.
She's just gonna keep summoning monsters, and I'm just gonna keep forcing. Whoop, she died immediately. She tells us that technically there's a bunch of slavers part of the world. If I do neutral good, I'll spare her life and go back to Nymeria, and she can go back to Nymeria. Lawful neutral is it's the right to punish. It's the right thing. It's the right thing to punish her tormentor. Kill her, Ragnar. I think I'll let him. Yeah, we're gonna accept that for now because you don't really want a whole party full of squishies. No, don't kill me because then my master will become angry. I I have the feeling that I don't really care about what your master thinks.
I am prepared.
Summon Kitty. Meow.
Time's not waiting.
These are all cantrips. So this is our first level spells. Flare Burst, Mage Armor, Burning Hands, and then one Magic Missile.
Grotus awaits us.
It's the one really crappy thing about being a mage at level like 2. Wizards at level 2 are not the best character class to have. But
Ready for anything?
looking at the spell book, so restore spells. Yay! Knowledge World plus 10.
So I pick up my
So-
clothes this morning and see some pictures embroidered on it. Pine trees, clouds, an owlbear fighting a troll. Spill it out, who did that?
I confess, it was I. I only meant to patch them up a bit and got a little carried away.
Huh, huh. An owlbear fighting a troll. But that sounds awesome. I mean, that actually does sound kind of cool to have an owlbear that can fight a troll. Wizards have no armor proficiency. I can't gain any bonus from doing that. Guess we can drop something here.
In due time.
There we go. When in doubt, save. Always a useful tip for gamers. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the Oleg's trading post so we can sell a bunch of stuff. Because right now we are super overburdened. I will say that's actually one of the cool things about this game
We should gather our
is
strength.
How it actually interacts with the player, like an actual campaign, like if you had a DM, dice, you were actually playing tabletop Pathfinder. I actually enjoyed that. It can be annoying at times, especially if you get a game where your characters are just rolling absolute horrible. Like everybody, it's like one of those game nights where everybody is just rolling ones and twos all night, and the enemy is just sitting there, and the DM is just sitting there rolling like 20s all the time, the whole night through, and it's gotta suck for players. Thankfully, you know, if your DM is nice or your GM is nice, they'll fudge a few rules because they're not going to try and murder the party outright. Because that's usually the sign of a good GM, is you're not trying to kill your party immediately. Like, you're not going to be, you know, a helicopter popping. Meow. Hello. Alright, we'll kill this Tuscutter. We'll kill the giant pig. Show me your wares. Which is really here, let me sell you a bunch of crap. Longsword plus 1, Estoc plus 1. What the hell is an Estoc, though? 2d4 piercing. Is it like a rapier? So longsword plus 1. We don't really use long swords. That's Slip on Us, that's Staglord's Wine, that's Right Dead Scroll. That's a book, another book. Tartusho's Gift, I don't know if it's going to be useful later on. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll see. So there's Ring of Protection. We can buy another one for 2,000 gold. But I don't really think we want to do that just yet. So armor is something really we'd only have to buy for... Interesting. Meow. Can I help you? Alright. Show me what you have. Wand of Snowball. Wand of Mage Armor. Caster level 1. DC 11. It does 1d6. I think I'd rather have the wand of mage armor. Because with the wand of mage armor, then I can sit there and I can actually cast that on Amiri and other characters, so that when they need to bring up their AC. Talks about how she kicked their butts. Quite a good fighter. Huh. Thanks for talking to me. Yeah.
How may I serve you?
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. Find the Temple of the Elk. I've pieced together its location from what I can remember of my visions. I have a rough idea of where to look for the sanctuary, somewhere in the North Nile marshes. However, I don't possess the strength to walk this path myself. Do not reject my plea, good traveler, and I'll repay you as best I can. In these dark times, people rarely help each other without compensation. May Erastil forgive us all. But I am sure my healing abilities will be useful to you. How may I serve you?
I need the help of a cleric. Scroll of Atonement, several scrolls, scroll of Cure Light Wounds, Cure Moderate Wounds. Wait, what? Why is the scroll of Cure Light Wounds like 1,125 and Cure Moderate and Serious are much cheaper? That makes no sense. Oh, Cure of Light Wounds Mass. Okay, I was about to say, wait, what? Okay, but if we're talking about like a simple standard scroll of Cure Light Wounds at 25 gold apiece, yeah, I can understand that. Scroll of Lesser Restoration, Scroll of Restoration, Scroll of Resurrection. No, I don't think we're gonna have anything that's Wand of Expeditious
All
Retreat.
according to plan.
Hello, that's a dog. Bork. Where did the dog come from? Thank you. Farewell. Who are you? Hello, what is this? Oh. Oh, we're hiring a merc. Okay. Okay, that makes some sense. Oh, and then we can also, plus we get to pick race and all that. Oh, that's cool. So like, So let's see. Some Eldritch Knight, which is interesting because Eldritch Knights and they're usually a fighter or a fighter subclass. Eldori Defender. Grenadier. Bomb, 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 bomb. Barbarian. Armored Hulk. Oh. Yeah, wild shape gets really ridiculous for druids. Let's see. Inquisitors are actually pretty cool. Master. Monks are actually pretty cool. Traditional monk. Interesting. Sage Sorcerer. Since we're going ahead and making our own Sage Sorcerer. Why does it have int? For a sorcerer, it should be charisma. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. For sorcerers, your charisma is actually your top needed skill. And actually, we're going to go ahead and increase Dex, because that'll make it easier for her to dodge. Persuasion, knowledge, there we go. Okay. Point blank shot, precise shot, spell focus. I'm gonna say transmutation. I'm gonna say knowledge religion. And for spells, let's go ahead and we'll do magic missile, which is always a standard you want. And reduce person. And we'll name her Chloe. And we'll go neutral good as well. Of course, we'll level her up into her sorcerer. Hmm. I have to go. But I probably just used up a good bit of my money. It's actually cool that you can actually create your own companions, too. I did not know you could do that. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the spider cave. This is gonna be a pain in the butt, but eh. Thankfully, things like burning hands exist. Yep, enemy
All
swarms.
according to plan.
So here's what we're going to do. Harem. And you can also carry a wield a torch.
I am prepared.
Pardon me. And I'm going to cast Mage Armor on Amiri. And Valerie. And Harem. I'm just going to go around casting Mage Armor on everyone. There we go. Now everybody has a +4 bonus to their AC.
Focus on the goal.
And to get the spider's attention, I'm going to cast that. Magic Missile, always a good one. Time to Burning Hands. Uh-oh. Okay, now I need another AoE. Of course, she doesn't have any good AoE spells. Damn.
Protect me, please.
Let's see. Alchemist Fire. We'll switch out this for that. Alright.
A miserable last chapter.
Poor Lindsay.
Miserable last chapter. I wrote it like I saw it.
Ready for anything.
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
Okay, what's wrong with Lindsay? Let's see. Ooh! Permanent strength damage. That's gonna be suck. So she's gonna need some restoration there. Oh, and she can't move either. Potion of mage armor. That means that's about as much as she's carrying for now. Hopefully
it is finished.
Okay.
In due time.
So now we've got Boken's berries. But we'll also need to buy some potion of lesser restoration. There's our poor bird. She needs her armor. She's not like a monk or a barbarian where you can, by being unarmored, where you can be a badass. Or at least it's D&D. I'm not sure if that carries over in Pathfinder, actually. They're very similar systems, but they have very subtle differences like that, where Pathfinder will have certain effects. I'll try and avoid these guys. I'll evade that fight. And D&D will change it up a little bit. Although 5th edition, I think, is a lot more like Pathfinder than it used to be. I've been playing D&D for a long time. I've been playing Pathfinder for a long time. Which brings me to mind, if you guys are interested in hearing some of my old D&D stories, we actually do have a segment on the channel called Eyes and the Lich's Tabletop Stories. And I will try and either leave a link at the end of the video or in the description for you guys to find and read that. There you go, have those. Yay! And he gives us a potion of lesser restoration. So let's go over here and use that on Lindsay. Like, those spiders must have done a number on her. Show me what you have. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and buy at least 2 of these. It's probably as much as we're gonna get in. Yeah, and Amiri's not suffering anything like that. Okay. Meow, meow. Tick tock, tick tock. Okay.
In due time.
Right, so. Ooh, people get to heal. Good. Always want to try and heal your party as much as possible. That's where the abandoned hut is. That's where Tuskgutter's lair is. So we'll go ahead and come down this way. I don't know why it thinks that that is the shortest route. Why it doesn't go right past through the ancient tomb. I mean, that seems a little silly to me. Oh, it's because I didn't have the full... Here, you gonna help me cook? There we go. Let's see. The old sycamore. I love that. Rulers have two things to address: boring ones and amusing ones. Boring ones, or at least can be handled by servants.
Greetings.
Oh.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I have conducted at Lady Jamande's orders have proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Irovetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamande sends her apologies. Lady Jamande ordered me to capture Tartuccio. We were following his trail when that damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. Alas, nearly all my people were wounded and can go no further. And so I am here asking for your aid. I'll point out on the map where Tartuccio is supposed to be. That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what?
I mean, that's not necessarily
Even after that terrible
strange.
night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy. His
Oh,
overconfidence
thanks.
was his downfall. Tartuccio's
Me, Mr.
henchmen
Skinny
seems to
McSource,
imagine they
Miss
could safely meet with
McWizard
Pataxian
Bugger must
spies
be
in
a
the
spy.
town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamande is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law. We received a
Yay.
message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamande immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quietly, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Irovetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
Elk, those are actually good for
All
eating.
according to plan.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Oh, it even gives you like initiative checks, so that's just kind of cool. Spell. These can skin, collect their skins, which is good for gold. Speaking of which, let's give our characters their actual weapons back. Wait, what? Oh. I didn't take his weapon, I just gave him a torch. Here you go.
That is not far.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
We need to slaughter wolves.
This should do it. A calculated risk.
Everybody, get over there and help Amiri, will you?
as it should be.
Hey, radishes and kobolds. Oh, I'm not that mean. There we go. Never did like radishes myself, but yeah.
In due time.
I'm grabbing them for the quest item. Not like I'm eating them.
And then our leader charged forwards.
Holy crap, that's a lot of it. Buggers. Alright. Gotta come over here. And burn some puppy. Nope.
This will hurt.
Serves you right.
What's that?
Traps.
We can do it!
Repent!
Where are these critters coming from? Giant bugs.
I see something.
Might as well grab those.
All according to plan.
If I remember correctly, there should be another path out of this area.
I can't.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Guess we'll have to go this way. Doesn't want to let us go anywhere else. Meh. Guess we'll use the potion to fix. Jesus, poor Lindsley. Poor Lindsay. She seems to get like the brunt of every attack.
Follow my lead.
And we'll leave. Yeah. Which is interesting because I'm actually going to be running my players on Wednesday through a bit of Curse of Strahd. But I'm also going to be doing so in my own little fashion. Curse of Strahd is supposed to be a 1 through 10 adventure, but for something that's supposed to be level 1s through 10, it's actually can be kind of difficult. Like, it's definitely one of those adventures you don't put newbies through. But I think my players are experienced enough where they should be able to handle it. Should be. Should be being the operative word there.
All according to plan.
Haha! Yay! Mm-hmm. Yay! Dueling sword +1. Interesting. Yeah, we'll sell all those pelts. A wand of ear-piercing scream.
In due time.
So we're gonna go ahead, and now we're gonna go ahead and complete some more quests, so we can try and level up a little bit. Because levels are important. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what, let's not do that. So Tuskcutter's there. I'll go toward the hut. There we go. Oh, the Staglord and his father.
My search was not in vain.
Oh, mystical, magical senpai, notice me!
Enemy
Let us
approaching.
strike as one.
There's one particular D&D commenter will say, oh,
What's that?
What troubles you?
the question is, what is this? Hmm. 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 So a father blaming his son for his wife's death. Hmm. The father taught the son the lesson of cruelty, and he learned well.
I have been waiting for you. The flowers, birds, and wind told me you would come. Oh, my poor flowers. They will perish before long in this bog.
Speaking to the gods is best done in private. I can look away if need be.
I know little of the magic of people, but there is a trick we nymphs love to use. Herbs and flowers can keep secrets, as well as reveal them. Place a herb in a chest you wish to hide. It will conceal the treasure from strangers' eyes. Place the herb there again, and it will reveal what was hidden. If the druid used this trick, he probably chose simple herbs, likely those that can be found nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. The soil, water, and stones here are infused with toxic pain and fear. They poison this place as we speak. You have seen where your enemy's journey began. The one called Stag Lord was once the victim of a cruel madman, and has since become one himself. You see now how monsters are born. But what comes of regret for a thing you cannot change? There is no time to be lost. We must do away with the fog quickly. Search the area around the hut. I will be...
Yeah. Herbs that he can use.
I see something.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out.
You come again. Did you find something? An ancient temple. The temple of...
Yep.
Can you make an epic pose?
We can
I need
do it!
inspiration.
That was simple. Which begs the question.
All according to plan.
See. It begs the question as well. So we found her. Which brings the question of where is the hidden chest? Could it be at the Temple of the Elk? All mysteries to be solved.
A rest is in order.
Yeah, we'll try and avoid those guys for now.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Yeah, we'll rest. So we gained quite a bit of XP. Unfortunately, not enough to level. Which sucks, but can't be helped.
All according to plan.
Now we gotta talk to Oleg. Sell some stuff. That's pretty much going to be it for today. Well, that's going to be all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe and let us know if you want to see more. It's been fun, but I've got to get going. Have a good night and have a good day. Bye.